life in a forest as I'm being hunted by an animal specifically trained to find humans. Because today, not only are we going to discover how tracking dogs do what they do, but we're going to test and debunk the 5 most common bloodhound myths. And for this final showdown in the woods, she has 1 hour to find me, but what she doesn't know is I've done my research and engineered up every contraption in the book to give me some glimmer of hope against her unfair superhuman advantages. But as preparation for that big forest finale, in order to understand the limit of the dog's capabilities, I first extended an invite to Crunch Labs to run through some basic tests, starting off with a simple challenge involving just my hat. This, by the way, is Shay. And this is Zinka. Now what makes Shay so cool is she's been working as a volunteer expert search and rescue handler for over 30 years. Which means with all that experience, she and her dogs have pretty much seen everything. But have they ever seen this? I mean, could you find me amongst all these tastefully distributed human mannequins? Because all I see is a guy with incredible flowing Jimmy Norp hair. Now as for Zinka, after checking out all her options, she made pretty quick work of the exercise. Do I smell that bad? It was me all along, Shay. So out of the gate, I'd learned 2 things. First was that even an expertly trained human hunter, go get her, still enjoys the game of fetch like any good girl. And the second was Zinka's not actually a bloodhound.
This is a German Shepherd.
That's what I thought. For our first of 5 myths we're debunking regarding scent trailing dogs, these days, bloodhounds are almost never used. The most common dog breed for search dogs are German Shepherds like Zinka, because research shows they're just as good at discerning smells as a bloodhound, but they're also extremely intelligent. Shay explained that picking up on the scent is like Zinka finding the puzzle pieces, but it takes her intelligence to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And now that we'd cleared that up, it was time to run some real tests. All right, Shay, the hiding test. Can she find me hiding in the lab? Everyone's dispersed out there. I got a good hiding place too.
But I need a scent article.
What works as a scent article?
Your wallet.
My wallet. How about my watch?
Your watch would work.
Okay. There you go.
Sir?
So I was off to my killer hiding spot, and after a quick pizza distraction, I threw in my first curveball by using the fireman's piston instead of the stairs to get to the lower level. Then it was up the other stairs to bury myself under a blanket of cubes in the foam pit. Yeah, bury me. See if she can find me in here. Then it was Zinka's turn, and you can see here just how briefly she needs to sniff my watch to lock in on her target. Out of the gate, you can see she also falls for the pizza distraction.
Don't eat the pizza.
And then walks straight to the spot where, at least to her nose, I had somehow just teleported away. And while this might have tripped up Zinka, Shay was onto my antics and helped reconnect her to my trail below. Which meant from that point, as you might have guessed, my fate was sealed. Oh no. I give up! Well, I'm gonna get you on the next one. Okay, Ryan, are you good at hide and seek? How good?
This good.
Whoa! For this next round, I wanted to test something Shay mentioned to me that I found really hard to believe.
If multiple people touch an article, they can scent discriminate and find 1 person out of all of them.
I need some volunteers. I just rubbed this on their arms, right? Basically, 6 of us combined all our scents onto a single paper towel with a brief arm rub. Then only Ryan jumped in with 15 other decoys and went to hide throughout the lab. And as long as the other 5 of us started off next to Zinka, apparently she could do the math, isolate just Ryan's scent as the missing one, then identify it among 16 decoy scent trails that led down the stairs, which is just certifiably bonkers. That's it?
Yep, let's go search.
This, by the way, is where that puzzle-solving intelligence I mentioned earlier, I know where he's sitting, she's going right there, comes into play. It's borderline witchcraft. That was nothing short of magic. What the heck is going on?
She's gonna tell you.
Which honestly I took as a challenge. So we doubled the number of arms to rub on that single paper towel to 12, which meant she would now have to isolate the single missing person from the 11 others, then track only that scent amongst all the remaining decoys. That's crazy. So she's eliminating all of them right now.
Let's go search.
Dude, no way. And honestly, this one somehow seemed even easier for her. No way!
Good girl!
Bonkers! Good work. Actually, bad work. You got found. I lost another bet. For the final test, I wanted to investigate the potential myth that the reason Zinka can uniquely tell us apart is because she's actually detecting trace amounts of everyone's unique DNA left behind in their skin cells. That hypothesis would also explain why even though my hat, watch, and